And when I'm speaking, you're going to cut me off, huh? You're going to cut me off? I didn't see. All I see is me. Okay, now I see the three. Yeah. But there
So
was two or
that's three.
yeah, then
This three.
two and
the
one.
other three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was off for a while, and it's only me now, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, she had to get it set up correctly.
I
So once your
understand.
camera was brought in, then I can set up my scenes differently.
Guys, and what's that software you use with the three V's?
It's called eCam.
Ecam.
ECAMM.
Oh, okay. No, that looks
Okay.
nice.
So if you want, on this screen, you might want to back up a little bit because you're kind of close to the camera.
Oh.
So that's better.
Nadia makes you do a lot, right? She's the
Hey,
hard
you know, I've been married
I'm
lots of
making it look
times,
good.
so.
All right.
So I can't hear Mark or anything, but
No, he's
we're
gone.
gonna talk.
He,
Okay.
He's asleep. It's Philippines. He's a new baby
man,
and
what's
two
that?
other kids and a wife. They're all just came back from the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what we're gonna do is this. We're going to Nicole and I are gonna give an intro with just the two of us on the screen. We'll do the hook and the intro,
Okay.
and then I'll bring you in to this screen. Okay.
Anything you want, doctor.
Okay. So we'll set that up, and then we'll introduce you, and we'll just jump into the conversation. So Nicole and I were thinking more that we're gonna talk to the people who are in the sandwich generation. That's the people who have kids at home, but they're also taking care of aging
Right.
parents, right?
I
And
understand.
one of the main priorities is right now that those people are borrowing from their retirement plans to pay for college
Yeah,
tuition.
that's
And we're saying, hey, you got to find different resources
Right.
and be resourceful in order
absolutely.
to start funding your goals. Okay.
And then also their parents on the other end need some income too. So this
Right.
can be, how they're helping their parents without
How do
hurting
you hit
themselves.
multiple generations?
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Everybody
and then
needs
at the end
money.
we'll say, he's like, come on, I'm a pro, I got this. Let's start the question.
No, I don't get Well, I know your audience. That's important. If you're talking to the wrong people, then it just goes over their heads. So that's important.
Exactly. So we're gonna
Yep.
get this started.
And then, we'll say, what, if people want to get in contact, stay in touch with you, what's your handles, your
Yeah.
handles and everything? Yeah,
I
love
got-
AI.
I'm trying to get rid of about 5 more pounds yet. Those love handles, you mean? What?
I doubt if you have 5 more pounds to get rid of. You can give me whatever you're trying to lose, okay? Or
I can give you anything.
that you're
I have
pretending to
plenty
lose.
more if you need to put more on. All right. I think we're good to go.
Good.
You ready, Cole?
This should be
You ready,
fun.
Matthew?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna put me and Nicole on the screen. Your mic should be muted when we're on the screen, or when there's a single person on the screen. Everybody else's mic should be muted.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's kick this off. All right. And I'm gonna kick it off. Okay. Okay. Ready. Hit record. Are you juggling kids at home, college tuition, and aging parents? Well, you know what? You're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about how there are resources and how you can be resourceful to find money in order to fit. One more time. I'm going to do that one more time. Then we're going to talk about resources.
That's why we recorded.
Right.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Are you juggling college bills, kids, and aging parents? Well, you know what? You're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about resources and programs that are available for you to help fund your goals without having to go into debt. Welcome to the Wealth Twin Show.
Yes, great. Today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Matthew Lesko. You remember him? He's a guy with the fantastic suits that have question marks on them with the mission to help people find the hidden money they need to change their lives. So he's joining the Wealth Twins today, and we can't wait to get started on this interview. So with that, let's welcome Mr. Matthew Lesko.
There you go. Give me a second. I don't know why I didn't switch over.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, okay. Hey, Matthew.
Hi,
Welcome
ladies.
to the show. Hello.
Well, what an intro. Thank you so much. Yeah. No,
Oh, we can't hear him, Nadia.
No, I can hear him. Why can't you hear him?
I can't hear him.
My wife can hear me.
Nicole, I can hear him.
I can't
Fix
hear him.
your thing, Nicole.
Fix
Now,
your
all of a
thing,
sudden, I can't
Nicole.
hear him. I was hearing him fine.
I hear both of you.
Okay. I hear me, I hear Matthew, and
I
I hear
hear-
you, Nicole.
Put it on that one screen you just did. I can't hear him.
Can you hear him now? Matthew, say
Can you
hello.
talk
Oh,
back to me?
I hear everything.
Okay, now I can hear. Okay.
Oh, you can't hear? Oh.
No, she can
I can
hear
hear
you.
him now.
It was Nicole. Don't worry about it.
Can you hear me
This will all be
now?
edited out. Don't worry.
There was an old
I can hear you
Verizon.
now. Let's go.
Well, let's all talk together at the same time. Come on.
Exactly.
Then we just listen to ourselves. Yeah.
Well, Matthew,
Good.
welcome to the show. We're
Well,
happy
thank
to have
you.
here.
Happy to be here. You're just delightful people, and it's nice to see siblings so close. Man, I'm the middle of three, and I mean they're nice people, but I don't know. Family is so different sometimes.
You don't say.
Oh, I see. There's a little undercurrent there somewhere. I'm starting to feel that. Probably about 10 more minutes, I'll see the fruit flying
Right.
across it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's fun, but it's
So
nice
Matt-
too. You guys were both professional investor people on Wall Street kind of stuff, weren't you?
Yeah,
All the fat
exactly.
cats.
So
Why do the
we-
fat cats get all the thing? I mean, it's the same way with government programs. The fat cats get more of them. Like in this new budget bill that just came out, the big, beautiful, whatever the hell they call it. Well, if you're making less than 50 grand, it's going to cost you like $1,500 to $2,000 more to live because they're taking benefits away. And if you're making a couple hundred grand or more, so all the millionaires are getting an extra $13,000 for free. They're getting a stimulus check for $13,000, and the other folks are going to be missing, $1,500. So that's why there's more programs than just the ones that come out of Washington, and people have to realize that there's, but it takes work. That's the thing. We don't teach people how to use the system nowadays because everybody's so used to Google, and you go to Google, and we're used to paying. To talking to salesmen. See, that's what we go to. We go to get help from a salesman, and that's terrible in a way because they're going to tell you what's good for them, not what's good for you.
Well, Matthew, let's talk about it, right? We know there's a lot of changes that went in the government, and a lot of the things are going to get passed in this
Right.
bill in 2026 coming down. How can people who are juggling like multiple responsibilities between multiple
Right.
generations figure out what resources are still available? Because we know there were a lot of government cuts. Where could they start looking at what they need to do in order to start funding their goals right now?
Well, it's all by subject area mostly. In other words, there's basic subject areas: housing, jobs, business, expenses, healthcare. All that. So like right now, November 1st, you're going to pay, if you have a healthcare plan, you're going to pay up to $10,000 or more a year on your healthcare plan. I mean, this is in the new law. You're screwed. I mean, I don't know where people are going to come up with that nowadays. But so you have to know about alternatives. So like right now, you can get free prescription drugs. I mean, there's dozens of programs, but they're not advertised, so people won't know about them. You could get your hospital bill forgiven at certain incomes, and 70% of the people that are eligible for that don't know. There's people that will give you grants for co-pays and stuff that you, what's the other word besides co-pays, that you have to pay anyway. Deductible, right, those kinds of things, that aren't covered. And there's also people for free that will fight your bill. You should never pay the first bill you get from any healthcare provider. I mean, it's so complicated, nobody knows. And there's nonprofit organizations that will fight that bill for you. So you get a bill, you take your kid to the doctor, someone, whoa, shit, what's this $1,000, And you don't know anything, you call the office and they won't do anything. But there's people in the government, nonprofit organizations will fight that for you. The first one is if you go to every state has a insurance commissioner that investigates for free. So if you get screwed on anything, whether you have a car accident and your car insurance isn't covered like you thought. Well, you call these people and they'll investigate for free. And what's so neat about calling a government office to do that is they're more powerful than any lawyer, because a government office could put that hospital or even your lawyer out of business. So if you feel screwed over by a lawyer, they're all regulated, and they're more afraid of a government office than any lawyer that you could bring out, because their lawyers do this all the time. They fight that. But so they don't mind if they lose. But if they lose fighting with the government, they could lose all their business. So it really behooves these organizations just to pay you off for a few grand. They got too much at stake to lose. So that's the power in the system that people don't realize they can use for anything. And it's the same way, I think, for education. So I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, Matthew, I can tell just by the way you're speaking that, one, you're very passionate about this, and two, you're knowledgeable. When I hear you, I'm like, how did you find out about this? What made you start on this path?
Failed at everything else. Really what it was.
Hey, you know what? That's an honest answer. Yo. Go ahead.
But it is. And then I found this. I was in had a business degree, barely got through college. I mean, God, I flunked out of everything I think I was ever in. And then it was Vietnam when I finally squeaked out of college with a 2.0003 GPA, whatever it was to get over the fucking hump and out of there. But at that time, I said, it was drafting. We were drafting people then. And that was me. I was red meat, cannon fodder. And they were drafting for the Army. And at that time, I'm not a camper, so I didn't see myself in the jungles, fighting a war. The Navy sounded clean sheets every night. Now that I could handle, and so I joined there 3 years, 2 months, 9 days, had great experience. I never had more responsibility again for the rest of my life. I'm in the government for a 22-year-old kid. I was driving billion-dollar ships in the South China Sea,
Wow.
It's just crazy. And then I was a diplomatic courier in Northern Europe, handcuffs on my hand with packages going, a mailman with a gun. It's really what it is. And so that was cool. Then I got out and got an MBA and was starting businesses, and they were failing. And actually, I was a computer science professor, too. I was into computers back in the 70s, when a computer was bigger than this room. That's what it was. And I had a software company that failed. So that's what I'm about failing. Another company that failed. And then I started as a consultant, and I was in Washington. And so I was helping rich people get government money. If you have something to sell, look for the people, because they don't want to do anything. They have money, so they'll pay for anything, shine your shoes or anything. So you can always make money from rich people. So they do the stuff that they don't want to do. And so that was the first successful business, and I was very proud of that. But I was helping rich people become richer. And I think I heard that talking from you guys somewhere too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that wasn't satisfying. And they're not fun. They don't have fun in life. I want to have fun every day. I go give speeches to them, or even Fortune 500 companies, and everybody's afraid what everybody else is going to say. And and when I go in entertainment, I want you to laugh and have fun. And I wouldn't know till 2 weeks after, like Procter & Gamble, I'll give a talk there, and it took me 2 weeks to find out, they really liked it, but they're afraid to show it. In large organizations, you can't show your emotions because somebody will take advantage of it. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know. So I'd rather go to the public library and talk to people and pick my nose and laugh and do it, and have fun with people. And so,
Well, you brought up something interesting, right? You pivoted a couple of times, right? And one of the things I heard from that is that, look, there's different ways to skin a cat. So when you have people right now, like we looked at the studies, one of the main concerns of parents right now are to help their kids pay for the college tuition, right?
Okay.
And the way that they're finding in order to fund that is by going into their retirement accounts and pulling that money out to help pay for their college tuition. But if you're being resourceful, like you say, you pivoted several times in your career, how can these parents find different ways in order to help pay for their college tuition, or even help them maybe be able to even help them fund their retirement in a better way? What would you
Well,
say?
I mean, on education, with the kids' education, first of all, you got to reconsider higher education nowadays. I mean, it's a different ball game, you know, and now, I mean, there's more and more large organizations and government offices that are eliminating college degrees from the applications anymore as a requirement. I mean, every day I hear another state that got rid of having a college degree for these 1,500 application job thing, and it's skills. I mean, you worry about your son or daughter or whatever, providing for themselves. They could get a hell of a lot better by getting the government programs that will pay you $40,000 a year to learn a skill in a couple of years that will pay you $100,000. I mean, why go to college? You have to pay them $40,000 a year to maybe get a job that will, be good enough. So you have to be clearer on the options. I know it's hard as a parent to do that. My thing too, raising children is a big responsibility. So you don't. But we're going into an era of skills. Right now, we can't. All the skills that are needed to build all these data centers that we're, 80% of the growth in our country for the last 6 months have been from creating new data centers. So it's people that work there, people that create them. I mean, if you're an electrician, man.
I heard electricians are going to be booming.
Exactly,
right
and they are right
people
now.
To set up these data centers.
Exactly, and all these. So there's more opportunities than you know. The world is so big that if you have a problem in life, what we do is ask our friends and we read the media, and you can't do that. I mean, that's silly. What you want to do is, okay, let's take a college. If I have a free report that will show you 100 organizations in your city that help you decide about a career and what the money and sources are available to do that. And these are all nonprofit organizations and government offices. And if you go, let me give you this website. It's free, not asking any money for this. You go to lescolovesai.com/career. And you put in your city and your state, and you download that. And you get 100 organizations in your city that do nothing but help you decide what career and what the money, and that's where all the training money is. I mean, this is where they're paying you, for 6 months or whatever. I mean, the two main problems, if you don't want to do that, there's one, we have something called a Career One-Stop Center. That's in every city, and their government offices, part of the Department of Labor. You make an appointment with them. And that's it. It's all about talking to people. It's not about going on the internet anymore. You can't, because there's too much shit in the internet. You don't know what's good or bad. And particularly if you're going into Google, everyone there wants to sell you something. So they're there to tell you what's good for them, and they're pretending it's good for you or trying to make it fit. And they're not the people you need. I mean, maybe they're good. Maybe I can't judge everybody, of course. But you want to get independent people who have your well-being in mind. And that's why that's government offices and nonprofit organizations. They don't make money off of you, but they're in the business to provide you help and money to solve that problem.
So you bring up a point. So why is the government doing these careers and giving you money to do it? Why? What is it, just to help you, or what is? And also, is there an age limit to these resources?
No age limit. Can't be. Now, some are built for youth or something like that, kind of thing. But no, that's government order. They're not allowed to. I don't know what this administration thinks about that, but they're really not allowed to. And that's why don't worry about any of those things that you think about what government programs are, because you're right and you're wrong. there are probably some programs that are that way, and there's hundreds or thousands of more that aren't. So what you have to do, you have to be a scout. And this is what research is. You go out and see what is out there. And a good scout then comes back with all the information about what's the best decision to make, not just talking to the guys at the club. And I mean, that can't be bad, of course, but the world is so many opportunities. I mean, and the opportunities, I think, are not where everybody else is. That's not an opportunity. An opportunity is where most of the people are not. So whether it's
I had experience looking at different government programs, and what I want everybody to understand is, I look at it similar to how people talk about passive income online. They're like, "Oh, you can get passive income,"
Right.
but when it comes to passive income, you're going to invest your time or you're going to invest your money up front in order to get that income started.
Right.
I think the same thing happens when it comes to looking at these grants, when it comes to working with these government organizations. They're not just going to hand you the money when you walk in the door.
Exactly,
You
right.
have to put some sweat equity into it or do something in
Well,
order to do it.
you know
right?
what? But all of life is that way. and but we're
They're not
convinced.
throwing money at you.
No,
do
but
something.
it is right. But again, I mean, but the problem, I think, you have to put the time in, and the same after two failing marriages. It's the same with personal relationships too. Yeah, it's
I'm
work,
trying
man.
hard to stay with the first one. We'll see. You got any advice?
Yeah, we'll try to work on the first one.
But it is. I mean, we think, at least men in this society, when I grew up, it was marriage or relationship. It was just like dating. You got to date or not, or I didn't know this stuff would work. And that's it. It's too bad. That's why I think the key to that, to me, is because life is a pain in the ass, no matter what you do. And the key is to follow something that you want to do. Because if you're not there with you want to do, what's important for you, there's always going to be roadblocks and stumbles, and you'll find 50 reasons to quit no matter what. And the only way you're going to stay there to figure it out is if it's from your heart. That's why I went from question marks to hearts. Because I could, question marks to me is, you could get the right answer if you ask the right question. But if you able to ask the right question and get the right answer, your heart has to be in it to make it work.
I agree.
So that's the important thing. And that's where the
So-
real joy of life is, I think.
I like how hopeful you are in telling people, I believe, like, Nadia and I were Wall Street. I wouldn't say we were fat cats or anything like that, but our heart wasn't in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
See?
now we're doing the Wealth Twins, where yes, we still have a capitalist mindset on one end, but we do it because this is where our heart is, and knowing
Exactly.
that information can change people's lives.
Absolutely.
And we are hopeful with that we can still change people's lives with that. Now, with you, I'm sure you've seen recessions, you've seen booms, you've seen different times. Can people still be hopeful? Is this different than before? Should people not be hopeful?
I mean,
Was there a
look
time
in the
when they're less
world. I mean, we live in a wonderful country, no matter who you're talking about. I mean, where else can someone like me dress like a clown and be accepted everywhere? In other countries, even developed countries, they just sort of feel I don't know, I got some disease or something. And that's why there's always, and to me, what made it more helpful before, when I was growing up or developing as a professional, is that to make any serious money, you had to be, it was all run by big organizations, big this, big that, or whatever. So like I wrote books, and so you had to write books that you could sell millions of copies, because nobody would print the book if you couldn't sell millions or whatever. And so you couldn't really share your heart as much, because you had to have a lower, like I was at home shopping for a long time. I used to go down there and sell 30,000 books in a day. It was bigger than Oprah. Yeah. And it was all, you had to be at a lower level, or the distribution channels and things. Now, you get 100 200 clients on the internet, and you got a business. What the hell you need 5 million for? They're taking all the money. And that's why when I started publishing myself, then I started making money. I was a New York Times bestseller, and I thought, oh, God, I could have a penthouse on Park Avenue. Shit, I don't know. I think I made 10, 20,000 bucks or something. Everybody else got all the money, all the people in the middle. Yeah. But
So,
now
are
going
you saying
direct.
that it's easier now in order if you want to pursue your dream or actually be more independent and really be in control
Oh
of your
God,
life? It's
incredibly.
easier now.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I mean, when I grew up, I was a close horse as a kid. Maybe it's a little telling now, but to do something, I'd have to have a store, and so that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. Man, now for $20 a month, I got an Etsy. And I got a store. So it is so, and that's the thing, the extra money here that are available. And also people are afraid, they think they have to have all these regulations. And there's some things you do, you're going to serve food or something, but that's easy. But again, don't worry about any of those parts. Don't worry about being an LLC, an OOC, or whatever the hell lawyers and accountants are telling you to do. I mean, there's some logic to it, of course, but it's more their salesmanship. Because like now, I sell millions of books. Nobody asks if I'm incorporated or LLC, and I'm not. I did for a while, and that's just stupid. I stand behind what I do. I mean, to me, LLCs and being that means I don't stand behind. If I screw up on somebody, I'm not going to be behind it. So that seems not a human thing to do. It's somebody wants to
Yeah,
hide.
I think there's some protection that's afforded to someone when you're first starting a business and you don't know what you're doing, right? I think you get some protection from that, but you've been in this business a long time, right?
Well, I
So,
think, but in the
I think when
beginning,
you're starting out, maybe it's beneficial.
well, it could be. I mean, I don't know, and I'm sure the people who supplied that will tell you 10 cases how this person lost their 5 children and whatever,
Yeah, you gotta weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah, I mean, it
But
doesn't.
it's not something that is much as a barrier now as it was before.
But to me, what's more important, that's just a roadblock. You don't know if you're fucking successful. You don't know what's going to work. The only thing important to do anything and create money is a customer. And if you can't get a customer, and people will have 50 different ways, and even registering with the government doesn't care. The government cares when you have money. So in 2 years, you'll probably be out of business, and it'll take them 3 years to find you. So that's why you don't even have to bother. And when you get successful, then you go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do this, and you pay a little fine. But right now, your energy and what you're doing is the most important thing. And so getting all the holy water because you're legitimate. The only reason you want to do that is if you have potential customers and they say, are you an LLC? You go home and become one. That's all.
I agree. I see
So
the same
question
thing
for
when it
you,
comes to
Matthew.
people
With
who want to
that-
start a business and they say, I need a logo. I can't start until I have a logo. Like it's an obstacle that you're throwing in your way that does not really matter.
Exactly.
But
And
go
if you
ahead.
want one, go to Fiverr, and for $20, you got a logo.
I agree.
So I was gonna say let's talk about entrepreneurship since we're here.
Uh-huh.
Does the government, is there any programs,
Oh,
resources
man.
for someone who says, you know what, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna start a
wait.
business?
Okay, I got another place for you to go to get 100 organizations that will do that for you. It's lesgolovesai.com/business. And this is what as a consultant to Fortune 500 companies, I would go to these government offices and nonprofit organizations, get all the money and get all the information and give it to these fucking millionaires, and they know this stuff. I mean, that's why now in town, there's more millionaires hanging around trying to get more money than anybody else. And we're taking money from people that need it, to give them. Right now, the bill, the big beautiful bill, is giving millionaires a stimulus check of $13,000 for every person. And someone making probably 90 grand or less is going to lose $1,500 a year, just because of the benefits they're taking away from people who need it and giving it to people who don't need it. But that could be biased, in my opinion. So, it's just upsetting. I mean, we have.
But what's funny is that you're still a young man, right? You're still a young man, and I think it's interesting that you are using AI, right? So when I say young man, I'm respecting, but I like AI. A lot of people are saying I'm too old to be learning AI.
Oh, shit, man.
And coming from you, like you've seen this,
It-
and this is how
It
you're
has
moving towards
already
the
put
future.
me
Like,
out of business.
what should people be doing with the AI?
Start you learning how to use it. And here's the way to do it. You want to start a business? I'll show you how AI could start your business. You go, this is what I do. I'll show you 100 programs to start a business, and I'm using AI. It's not me. What I do is just, I have a website that will just take your name, I mean, not your name, your city and state, and spit out, 100 places that give you money, give you help, give you mentoring, and give you everything you need, and it tells you what to say when you call the office. So you got 100 offices there, and AI's doing that. It's like a mechanical Turk. I'm not doing anything. I'm just getting that. And see, to me, I'm hoping to convince people about how big this country is with resources. Because everybody think, oh, I go to the SBA. No, SBA is the last place to go, if you want to start a business. I mean, there's just too much other stuff. And it's AI, yeah. And see, to me, what happened is it's putting me out of business, and thank God in a way, because my mission was in life, after I started learning about these programs, is to make sure everybody in America knows about these programs. And all of a sudden, just in the last 6 months or something, AI does it better than I could ever do. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, I know where all this stuff is, and I know it, but it would take me 6 months maybe to do what they could do in maybe 2 minutes. That's why when you go to that website, it'll take a minute or two, and you'll have these 100 organizations with all the stuff you need. And sure, some of it's wrong or whatever, but from what we've seen, it's 80% is really good. Man, otherwise your option is going to Google and getting 200 million. And that's frightening. You'll stop.
Yeah, overwhelming could be a problem if it's too
Exactly.
overwhelming. But you're
Right.
saying that AI helps you
Absolutely.
kind of put it in digestible things and gets it fast.
Right. And everything, like right now, when I do a video, I'll say, okay, I'm going to put a video on YouTube. And I say, tell AI, give me 5 ways to say this. 5 headlines for YouTube, say what it is. They know enough to know what they are. Or I'll say 10. I say, well, give me the best 3. We'll put a little more. I mean, it's phenomenal. And it's just going to increase. I mean, don't forget, we said the same thing about computers. We said the same thing about cars. We say, this is just life. And that's why if you want to be in the beginning of this versus the end, like now what it's helping for me, it's taking away, it's not, I don't have to do that hard part. And that was the reason people came to me, because they didn't know where any of this stuff is. And so they don't need me for that anymore, because AI will do that. But what they really need is how to do the research with the information. You know what I mean? And I never got that far. Now I could, that's right in the second step. And we're there.
Yeah.
So you have this, and to help people learn how to do that research.
So are you saying like AI kind of levels the playing field? And
In many
what-
ways, certainly
like
not
it can help-
everything. It won't fold my laundry yet. When I get that, then I got
Okay.
something really important to do. But it's a tool.
Well, I
It's
saw
not-
a robot today. They're starting to come out. $20,000. You can get your first robot.
Oh, really?
As AI. So maybe it will fold close.
Yeah, that's true. I bet it would. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these are tools in our society. Government are tools in our society. Whatever. And that's you're living wherever you're living. You have to understand the tools and how to use them for what you want to accomplish. That may or may not be, and that's why what to do, and that's why you have to learn those tools to see how you can match the tools out there or the opportunities together with what you want to do. So if you want to, teach something or anything, well, they're giving a lot of money over here for people out of work that want to learn that thing. Okay, yeah, I can do it there. And they're giving contracts, to do something like that. So you can't do that until you get input. And it changes so quickly what's out there. So you have to constantly get more input. And that comes from people. Reading is certainly good, but I think the more is face-to-face and talking to experts. And seeing nonprofit organizations and government offices, all the experts are free. In Google, they're not. But they're the only ones.
But also, you got to get in front of people and talk to them.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think that's what a lot of us have lost in this society. Like,
Absolutely.
a lot of people do everything online,
Right.
but the real things that happen
Absolutely.
are face to face with
Absolutely.
people in front of them. And more people are not willing to do that. So it means more opportunity is there for you
Right.
if you're that person who's willing
Absolutely.
to go that extra
And
step.
that's what I just put up a website. Here's I got this, a free website, letsgoresearch.com. And that's what that's all about. If you go there, you learn about that. Because it's the people, okay, there's 200 million websites out there for your topic. But if you talk to half a dozen experts, they'll know the best 5 for you. You're not going to learn the best 5 for you by going through looking at 200 million websites. But somebody says all day, like me, I've studied this for 50 years. Got me, I'll tell you, for 6 places that are best place for you to start, something like that. But Google, you can't. I mean, it's a fire hose.
So, question for you, Matthew. How important is mindset with everything?
Yes.
How important is that? How important has it been in your life, and what do you think about it?
Yeah. I guess I guess that's a good word for it. I don't know the right word, but I don't know what drives me. And I'm 82, and I can't wait to get up in the morning and still do this. And I hope I have about 10 more years at least to do this. And it's some kind of mindset, I guess. Or is it fear? Or insecurity? I mean, it all can be something. But to me, what motivates me now more is that opportunity to help somebody. I think that's what I'm into, love and giving and stuff like that, because that's the real thing. So if you're a parent and giving to your kids, the opportunity to give them the best, or you have parents that you're taking care of, the opportunity to give them the best. So like if you do have people you're taking care of, I mean, the joy is finding how you could do that the best for them. So, and to know the resources. Now you could go to, actually every city has what they call an area office on aging. That's where you want to start. They even have an 800 number to all the basic programs where they help you living, and money, prescription drugs. I mean, seniors have lots of help in every state that is not talked about. And you can't even, and if you go and put Google for that, like trying to find the area office on aging, which is a nonprofit or a government office, you won't find it. It'll be way down the list because everybody else will sound like it's going to be aging this, aging that. You think you're at the government office, but you're not. The clue is you only talk to people that are .gov for government or .org for nonprofit. Anybody else with a .com is going to cost you money. The other people will not. And
Yeah, we had some of our students are furloughed government workers,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of people want to talk to them about their retirement plans and different things like that. And we're like, if they don't have a .org or a .gov after their name,
right.
maybe you shouldn't be talking to them,
Right.
right? Maybe you should do a little more research. And I think it allows people to understand who they should be talking to and who they
Right.
shouldn't be talking to, especially when they know a lot has been in the news about that.
Well, you can't say.
No, I mean,
I'm not saying every .com is full of shit. I mean,
I was
I'm
gonna
sure-
say not every .com is
But
bad.
if
We're
you
a
have-
.com guy.
I won't say that, but yeah, like we're not a .gov or .org either.
Right,
We're
exactly.
not full of that either. But I'm saying, like, if you are looking for help for your aging parent and you
Right.
really are looking for government programs that can
Right.
help you do that, make sure
Absolutely.
you look at .gov or look at .org.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's a classified, and that's 40% of our country. I mean, that's what's amazing. 40% of everything. That's why we brag of being capitalists, and we're not. and that's why you talk about the training programs and all that. Why does the government do that? To people to grow, because the the companies who say they're, capitalists and that's the way everybody could be. But if they want trained workers, they're not spending money training them. Yeah. So for us to grow, we have to have trained workers. Yeah. And so that's why the government steps in and does that. Yeah, it'll be interesting. No, I think, and to me, the biggest bottom line is wages. That, I think, tells the story. Nobody's making wages to live on anymore because it's all going to corporations and owners and not there. The average wage in the last 45 years only grew about 44%. That's for 90% of the workforce. In 50 years, 45 years, only grew 40%. Inflation was 300%. Profits was 600% or whatever. Everything but the wage person, who is the backbone of everything, they're getting screwed, and they're 90% of us. And another thing I can't get over is we have more poor people in America than any other developed country. So if you take all the developed countries, the rich countries, there's about 30 of us, and we're number one in poverty rate. So we're like at 17%. The average is about 9% or something like that. But we're number one, baby.
Yeah.
And how can we
So
be...
with that, so what do you say? What do you do? Say, look, guys, we're number one in terms of poverty, but are we number one in terms of resources and opportunity? Are we number one in that?
Well, I
Is it
don't
on
know.
us to-
We might be, but it's kicked out of us, to me, and that's why. But if we grow with our resources, if the resources we have to make a better society is all going to the people who don't need them, I mean, then you have to tax the rest of the people to give money to rich instead of. People hate when it's given to the poor. Why don't they hate when it's given to the rich?
I agree. And my thing is, if you're looking at a way in order to increase your wages, one of the fastest ways to do that is to invest in yourself and your skills.
Absolutely.
Learning how to do more
Absolutely.
things, whether that be learning how to manage your money, learning
Right.
how to get more skills so you can get a higher paying job.
Absolutely.
Like, you have to invest somehow.
I believe investment. That why give your money to somebody on Wall Street who's going to have fun with it, and you have all the risk. No, I think it's best to invest in yourself first, and then when you don't have to do that anymore, then you invest in younger people. To do that. But keep investing in yourself and trying things, and spend as little as possible about any new idea, because you don't know how long it's going to take or what it really means to be successful. You're going to go through a lot of ups and downs. So the more you spend money on the start, you're not going to have enough to finish, because you're going to have to quit and get another shitty job you hate.
I think that's a good spot to end on with that. I would say
Exactly.
with this, I would say, guys, I think what Matthew is saying is get your slice of this American pie. Understand, don't let the obstacles get in your way.
Right.
There's resources available. You have to have the right mindset. Maybe the word might be legacy, Matthew. Maybe it's not mindset. Maybe it's legacy. Maybe fear and everything motivates you to create a legacy.
Who
But
knows?
you have the opportunity. You just have to know what's out there. And we have some great resources that Matthew put out. We'll put those in the description. And with that, Matthew, where can people find you? If they want to learn more about you, more about the
It's
information that you shared.
letsgohelp.com. It's our community. I have a community of 15,000 people that help each other find these programs and help. And every day we have, like 3, 4, many as 5 hours a day of live videos, live training sessions, one-on-one training sessions that are open, to members. And so that's the best place. But the letsgolovesai.com, that we talked about, it's a good place to start. You don't have to give me money. I'm getting all this stuff for free, so you can too. Actually, my first New York Times bestseller, I copied from a book at the government printing office.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing in the government is copyrighted. See?
Oh, that's very okay. That's interesting.
It's
And
interesting.
I
He
just
just
took
dropped
it.
game, I guess.
I just took it and I put a new title on it, went on TV, and it became a New York Times bestseller. Didn't write a look. I tried to find that English teacher at Marquette University that flunked me in English. Tell her I got a New York Times bestseller.
Hilarious. Well, Matthew, we thank you for spending time with us.
Well,
Guys, if you like this video, you like the interview, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share it and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
thank you, wonderful people. Thank you for
Thank
being
you, Matthew,
here.
for
Thank
being
you.
with us.
My pleasure.
Starting, you have us. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
I thought that was fun.
Oh, good. No, I had fun. That's the important thing. Because if you're not having fun, nobody else is. So.
No, I think it's
That's
hilarious.
Well, wonderful. You okay, guys? Well, let
All
me
right,
know
so-
if you need more.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, if
edit
you
this
want,
and
all
send
we
it out.
need, I guess, do we contact Mark? Because we would need, like, I'm sure you get tons of pictures we can use of you, just like for a thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Anything you want.
And there's new collaboration features on YouTube. I'm not sure if you know about it. Like inside YouTube, you can hit the collab button, so we can share this on both our channels
Oh, I
together.
see. Oh,
So
cool.
I don't know how exactly it
Okay,
works.
neither
Yeah.
do I. But if you want to
And
email
we'll-
me, I'll send you a bunch of photos in case, if you don't want to, disturb Mark or whatever. He's sleeping now anyway.
Yeah. So where will we email you directly rather than
Free
follow
Lesko,
Mark's?
Free Lesko, Lesko, at Gmail.
Yeah, and if you had the affiliate link for us too for your
Yeah,
your
Mark would
community,
have
we'll
that.
Put it on the,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Mark would have the affiliate link. I don't.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think
Okay.
this might be coming out either this week or next week.
Oh, wonderful.
And we'll give you like clips and stuff, and you'll see on Instagram, you'll see of when I post it or so, you'll see a notification says you want to share it on your profile, and
Great.
it'll populate a reel for you, so you don't
Wonderful.
have to do it.
Good.
Good stuff. And is tomorrow the election, Nadia, in New York
Yes.
City? or what?
Yeah. I went up and knocked on doors for what's his name?
from Mondani.
Yeah.
Mamdani.
It's just interesting wow, that you could say you're a socialist in this country. It's just amazing to me. I mean, I grew up
I
here.
heard ad today that was so crazy about him. It was like the national empowerment for Black people, which I've never heard before in my life. And
Probably not real.
Right,
it did
exactly.
not sound. I went to the website. I'm like, who is this, right?
Mhm.
And they said Mamdani wants to release every prisoner from jail, including rapists and murderers, and he wants to fire all the cops.
Oh, right.
And he wants to abolish all the cops,
Right.
and he's gonna let everyone out. It's gonna make it bad for every Black
Oh,
New
my
Yorker. I'm like,
God.
this is on
Wow.
the radio? Clearly lying.
Oh my God.
He
Yeah.
wants to do all of this, and I was like, wow, you can get away with saying
And clearly not by a Black person.
Right.
Sorry, I looked at it. I was like, what is this? And it's like two rando guys.
Yeah.
But it was like so, I was like, this is ridiculous.
Wow, that's
How are you going to say
terrible.
the guy wants to release every criminal
Yeah. Wow.
and he wants to fire every cop? So what are you going to do? I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Guess what?
Right
He's gonna be
behind
the
the
next.
Cuomo interview.
Right.
He's gonna be the next mayor. So let's.
Yeah, it
see.
sort of looks
Yeah,
that
he's
way.
definitely gonna be the
It'll
next.
be interesting to see. We certainly.
People are more, I told people like they're scared about Mondani, and I was like, I'm more scared about what Trump is going to do when he becomes mayor.
Oh,
Because what is he going to do to try to punish
exactly.
or put to stop to any program he's going to try to put in? That's what I'm
Exactly.
more afraid about.
No, he's just a mean person. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
Trying to be polite. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, we'll get through it, but how many people he's hurting every day? I mean, look at 42
It's
million
ridiculous.
people now without food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why.
What's good is that I've seen over here in Wisconsin, people are stepping up, and the supermarkets are stepping up.
Yeah.
Hy-Vee, they're giving out free meals for
really?
kids 12 and under, and $3 for anybody else
Oh, really?
that wants it. So
Wonderful.
It's great. And-
That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice. They're up here doing it. So
Great.
yeah. So I know you're a busy guy. Thank
Okay.
you
My pleasure.
for hanging out with us.
My
Yeah, thank
pleasure.
you,
Thank
Matthew.
you for being nice humans. It's nice to be with you. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Same here.
All right.
And when I have glasses, but I need to find where you get your frames, man. Where do you get it? Like, is it
VOO.
Warby Parker or something?
No, I'm a cheap bastard. Vooglam. VOOGLAM. I think Vooglam. It's in China. $100 everything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, that's another website you should get. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Let's Go loves
Clothing?
AI / clothes
Oh.
and accessories.
I have letsgoclothes.com.
Let's go close.
Yeah,
Okay,
a lot
I
of the
knew it.
funky stuff. I don't promote or anything. I don't even know what it does, but it's fun.
Hilarious.
I love wearing the
All right,
clothes.
good
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Talk to you soon, ladies. Let me know and just shoot me an email or whatever if I can help personally. Okay.
Yeah, will
Thank
do.
you.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Have
you.
a great rest of the week.
You
Bye
betcha.
bye.
Okay, guys, on YouTube, I'm gonna go. I'll try to lock you into another video I'm doing in about an hour, I think. Okay. Take care.